Hi friends, good evening. This is Manju here and welcome to SQL Master YouTube channel. So today I am going to discuss in this video is we are using Oracle database. We are learning Oracle database, Oracle SQL. So why you have to use Oracle? What is the reason to use Oracle? So what is Oracle and what are the schema? What are the views, tables, entity? All these things we are going to learn in this video. So before going for video, to start the video, kindly subscribe to my channel SQL Master to get more interviews, questionnaires and queries, SQL Oracle queries, and also ETL testing perspectives videos. So let us move to here. I can show you the thing here, database concepts. Why Oracle database? So are there any cons for the Oracle database? You must know very well how to deal with the database. It's not free. You must know that it's not free. And many companies like Facebook, IBM, LinkedIn, Fortune, PayPal, Intel, Amazon, all these companies are using nowadays Oracle. Why these companies are using Oracle as database nowadays? So the reason we learn in this video next. So this is an example of database, relational database table. So what is relational database? This is example of employees table here. So you can see here employee ID, first name, last name, email, phone number, hire date, job ID, salary, departments and email too. So these are called as data and these are called as column names. Okay, you must observe these things very carefully, that you must know what the table containing in Oracle database. So IDs are in the form of numerical pattern and these are the names and these are the last names, and similar pattern, these are the mail IDs and phone numbers. Date, you can observe here the date format. It's one example is 17 June 3 and this is the standard date format in Oracle. So these are the salaries and departments. So we move to next here. What is the relation database? So this is called employees table and this one is called as departments table. So you can see here employees table containing employee ID, first name, last name, email, phone number, hire date, job ID, salary and department ID. And here department table contains department ID, department name, manager ID, location ID. But here we have some relations between two columns, that is in employees table department ID and under departments table department ID. Both these columns containing department IDs. You can see here department ID 60, 60 and 100, hundreds. These are linked to the corresponding 60 and 100, 80, okay, these department ID. So this is the establishing connection between the employees table and the departments table. So this is what called as relational database. Within the database, entities are having some relation with other entities called as relational database. And nowadays relational database are very useful and Oracle comes under relational database. So why we have to use relational database? Might be there are some reasons. Most important reasons are relational databases are accurate and flexible, collaborative, trusted and secure. Okay, so these databases provides accurate data results and these are the flexibles. Okay, so there is no wastage of data space here, memory space. And collaborative, you can combine these database to any other database. Like for example, you are retrieving the data from multiple sources, you can use them in Oracle database. And last, trusted, because Oracle is the most trusted company developed the Oracle database, and these are the secured. Okay, hackers should not hack the Oracle database because it's most of the security reasons. And then what is entity? So we the smallest unit containing a meaningful set of data is called as entity. For example, in employees table and in departments table we have column names. So these column names are nothing but entities. So these are called as entities. Okay, because smallest unit in table containing the set of data, below it's containing set of data. So these column names are called as entities. So what is then relationship? Already I told you. So any one of the column in one table, any other column in another table must represent the same kind of data with data type. So it's having some relations with each other. So this is what called as relationship. So then what is schema then? Schemas are called as the collections of objects for each user in Oracle database. So schema is nothing but simply it is a collection of databases, objects. Okay, sorry, not databases, objects. So what are the objects here? A schema can have database objects like tables. You can see here tables, views, triggers, constraints, etc. These are called as objects within a schema. So this is what the schema is. So what is HR schema? For example, HR is one schema. So what is the HR schema then? It is an abbreviation for human resources, a schema that can practice on it. We can practice here. Practicing purpose, we use HR schema. So this is an example model of HR schema. Okay, this representing one schema pattern model here. So you can see here job history, departments, locations, employees, countries, regions, jobs. These are called as the schema. These are having relation between each other. You can see here the lines moving to each other, having it represents nothing but a relationship. This is just a model of HR schema, what we use here for practicing purpose. So here I have some notes. Okay, I just read the things, you can understand properly. Oracle database has many database objects categorized under two subjects, which are schema objects and non-schema objects. Then schema objects. A schema is a collection of logical structure of data or objects. There are many schema objects, but we will mention objects that will cover in this course, or some important objects that we need to know. Table. So what a table is the base unit of the database to store the data. In database we can store the data in table format, formatted with columns and rows. What is weave? Weave is a virtual table that provides access to subset of columns or some restricted rows from one or more tables. So weave is nothing but just it is a logical table. It's not physically exist, but it is a representation of some physical table. Because why? What is the purpose of using weave here? We can't give access authorities to all people. Okay, there is a chance to hack the physical data using physical table. So we create the weave. Weave is just mirror of a physical table. We can't modify anything in weave. Okay, so for that purpose we are creating weaves. So what is the constraint here? Constant are the rules for the restricting invalid data entry into tables. So while entering the data entering the table, we can put some conditions, rules or limits on data whatever entering into the table. So those are nothing but called as constant. Later in this course we can learn the types of constants also. Okay, so what are the indexes? So indexes are used to improve the speed of data retrieval from tables. So consider for example here you have one notebook, and if you want to, you have filled with notes. From that notebook you want to retrieve, you want to read the database objects. You don't know on which page it is. Then what you do, you can go on searching page by page. Okay, So this becomes slow process. Or else if you maintained index in starting page, so this database objects is located in 50th page, so you can directly open 50th page. By the help of index we can retrieve the data very speed format. So sequences are the database objects which generate unique integers. So to generate a unique integers in a database we use sequences. What is synonym? A synonym is an alternative name for alias name for database objects. This is what called as synonyms. What is then materialized view? So we already know that what is the view, but view is a just logical representation of physical table. Then what is materialized view? So difference between view and materialized view is, in view whatever the data updating in physical table will get automatically update in view, but in materialized view it requires dynamic refreshen, manual dynamic refreshen to get the data to update. So both are the views. So views and materialized views, it's containing this one difference. So here functions and procedures. So functions return some value, but procedures return nothing. Later in this course you can learn these in depth. What are the triggers? Triggers are compiled program units stored in the database and execute with a specific event. Packages. So what are the packages here? Packages are the schema objects that compiled and stored in the database. Packages consist of SQL, PL/SQL codes, variables, cursors, etc. to perform one or more than operation by using functions and procedures. What are the database links here? Database links are the connections between two physical database servers. It provides database links provides physical connection between two database server computers. So non-schema objects. Other types of objects that stored in database are called as non-schema objects, but these objects are not in a schema. These are lot of non-schema objects like directories, roles, table spaces, users, etc. So then we have few questions here in our mind. Then what is SQL? SQL is a structured query language. The name itself suggests structured query language. Structured means whatever the data we have to interact with the database, it may arrange in the structured pattern. So SQL, structured query language, is a program which is used to interact with the database to retrieve, manipulate and to load the data in Datawarehouse. This is what the SQL program. SQL is language used to interact with database. Where we use SQL? In BI, business intelligence, in data science, database administration, web development, etc. In these all fields we use SQL programming. So some more questions are there. Is SQL is easy? It's very easy to program the SQL, but we have to know the logic behind the SQL, what logic SQL uses. Then only it is very easy. Otherwise it will create a lot of confusions. So before moving into the course, you must learn SQL in very easy pattern. If you want, you must have patience and you must have concentrated mind and learn all the logic whatever present in the SQL. Can I use SQL in another platform? Of course you can use SQL in another platform also. How we run the SQL query, that already I've shown you in my previous videos. Also I show you in future. There is not to worry. And thank you for watching. Subscribe to SQL Master channel, so that it's really great motivation to me to make more and more videos for you people, interviews, queries, ETL testing, and about SQL, Oracle, Informatica. And later in my next video I can come with another next chapter. Till that, bye bye, have a nice day. Thank you very much.